So we have the 4Runner up on the lift because we broke it, or so we thought. A few weeks ago, we tried to take this thing off-roading, and when we got to FRO, which is our local off-roading area, we tried to put it in four-wheel drive, and it did not want to engage the front diff.
Well, a little frustrated. Been driving around for about 20 minutes now. Can't get it to lock into four-wheel drive, which is really weird. Got it in 4 high, and it just will not switch. So been here for a while now with the 4Runner. Still no dice. We're stuck in two-wheel drive, so I guess we're tweeling for the day. I'm already here, so I'm not just gonna head home. I'm gonna leave it in four-wheel and leave it blinking, and hopefully it will lock in for me. So just gonna have to stick to the green easy trails that are not uphill, and I think we'll be all right. There's plenty of easy stuff here, but it's gonna be a little bit boring, I guess.
So after being there for a while, trying to put it in 4 high, 4 low, it did not want to engage. So we just went through the whole trip in two-wheel drive, which was not too fun. We weren't able to hit the trails that we actually wanted to. But when we brought it back, we decided that we wanted to take it to Toyota and have them figure out what exactly was wrong. So after we took it to Toyota, they looked at everything and they pretty much told us that water got into our front diff actuator and corroded the internals of the electronics, which made it not engage the four-wheel drive. Now you would think this is a 2022 4Runner, it should be under warranty, it only has like 2,000 miles on it, and guess what, it was not. So we had to pay out of pocket to get this thing replaced, and it was around a $1,400, $1,500 job. Now what Toyota was telling us is that water somehow got into the breather, which they have the line right here capped for now until I go ahead and fix it. But they said that water got into the breather, went down into the internals and corroded everything, which I'm kind of having a hard time believing that because the breather for this goes all the way up and is alongside the shock tower on the driver's side. So for water to get all the way up there would be very, very difficult. A few months back, we installed a diff breather kit from ARB, and we only did the rear diff. We did not do the front diff because of that reason, and I thought it would be fine. What I really think happened was water got in between the seals where it actually bolts onto the diff and got to the internals that way and not through the diff breather. So right here is the brand new front diff actuator that they replaced. Here is the line for the breather that they just capped because I'm going to be hooking this up in this video. And then right here, you can see this is the old line, which they were claiming got water into it, which in turn ruined this, but I kind of find that hard to believe. What seems more plausible to me is that water got in either between where this seals onto the housing or where the actual actuator seals onto the front diff. But if this seal was bad, then we should have been seeing diff fluid leaking from here, which we didn't. So that makes me believe maybe this seal was bad. When we were off-roading, this whole thing would have been submerged in water when we did some of our water crossings in mud pits, but we did not go in water that was deep enough to go all the way up to where the breather is. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and let the 4Runner back down. I'm going to follow this line up and make sure that it is going to the breather that I originally thought it was going to. And maybe I'll extend it. We'll see if it's really gonna be an issue. But I don't want this to happen again and Toyota being like, oh, it's because you got water in the breather, which I don't think is true. But I'm going to try and make it not our fault. Worst case scenario, we go back to Toyota if this happens again and we say, look, we put a breather extension on this thing and there's no way that water got in there. It had to have gotten in through the actuator itself, and hopefully they would replace it for free. Probably a little difficult to see, but here we have the original breather line, and it goes up about 6 inches and then meets with a hard line and then goes over and then up there is the continuance of a rubber line that goes up to your strut tower area. All right, so we got the 4Runner back down on the ground, and right there you can see we have two breathers, the silver one and the black one, and the black one is going to be the one that goes to the front diff actuator. And those are the two breathers that I saw when I was doing the rear diff, and I figured, oh, those will be fine, I'm just going to leave them where they're at. And according to Toyota, that's not the case. So right here is the breather for that line that goes to the front diff actuator. And if you look in between here, you can see there is a bit of muddy water. So maybe some did get in. The question is, how much does it take to actually ruin the actuator? So what I'm gonna do is just extend this and put it somewhere higher in the engine bay. All right, just got back from the auto parts store, got both sizes of the line that we need, also a barb fitting for both lines so we can connect to the original ones, and then our OEM breather will go into the other end. So we're gonna be hooking those up to the original location down over here, and I think what I'm going to do is maybe bolt it up to those studs right there on the firewall. You can see the ARB one over there. I think I'm just going to leave that go and keep these ones over here kind of closer to the factory location. All right, so we got our lines extended up in the engine bay, and we have the new line here hooked up to our front diff actuator. Now, hopefully everything should be good. We should be able to actually go in water crossings and mud pits and not have to worry about this thing going bad. And if it does go bad again, then we're gonna have to look at resolving another issue. But let me know down in the comments if you guys ever had this issue with the actuator going bad, and if you did take it to Toyota, did they cover it under warranty, or did you have to pay out of pocket? And if you guys want to grab any parts for your Toyota, 4Runner, or Tacoma, like that ARB diff breather we have up there, it's available on yodaexpedition.com. Our link for our website is down in the description. And if this video was helpful to you guys in any way, make sure to hit that like button. And if you're new to our channel, hit that subscribe button. It's really helping us make our channel grow and make more videos just like this. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and get our skid plates reinstalled and the truck back on the ground. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.